Alright, so this is the Top of the World podcast with Joshua Hadley and Justin Blanche.
That's me. I'm Justin.
So, there was a pay-per-view, and
Yes.
I watched some of it.
What's going on? Right, getting right into the GCW. The World without an O on GCW. We know how to spell World on Top of the World. We know that. We know how to spell it there.
They don't know.
They did not. They were unaware.
Or they didn't have the budget for the O.
So I saw the whole thing as it happened live. How much of it did you see?
I saw 3 matches.
3 matches? Okay. So let's
let's talk about it.
Let's talk about the World on GCW.
I like the beginning where instead of doing these entrances for 8 minutes like the TNA show I watched, everyone started out in the ring. Yeah. Well, most everyone, for whatever reason, AJ Gray or whoever.
Yeah, he came out late. He was like an extra. Yeah, I didn't get that either. So that match, it was a grab the brass ring ladder match, which I'm not really sure why PCO was in that. That dude's like 55. I don't know why he's in a match for a brass ring. But, that match, it was AJ Gray, PCO, Alex Cullen, G Raver, Tony Deppen, Jimmy Lloyd, and Jordan Oliver. And it was a ladder match. And, that match, Moose, was a lot of fun. Not for any reason they wanted it to be, but it was a lot of fun.
I thought it was boring.
It was such a ridiculous match.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it was. Actually, it's when I got ridiculous that I had to just quit watching. Before that, I thought it was extremely boring, just the same old shit over and over again. That's in these multi-man matches, these ladder matches. These ladder matches. All right. So you can say whatever. Here's where I skipped the match where I was done with it. When G Raver was setting up furniture, and the ladder
kept falling. That part.
Well, I remember it fell once, like when he was actually going up the ladder.
Yeah.
So
I was hoping so much that it was gonna fall a second time when he actually reached the top of the ladder.
Yeah, that would been great. So he climbs on top of the ladder. He, instead of winning the match, like his hand.
Yeah, his hand. He was right there. He was touching the fucking thing.
His hand hits the brass ring. So it's a ladder match. You're supposed to grab it,
take it down, yes,
and take it down to win the match.
His hand literally touched it as he was jumping.
But he decides, it's more important to
kill himself, basically.
To do garbage wrestling. So after that, I just skipped to the next match.
He didn't even connect. Like, he pretty much just went onto the ladder himself. Yeah. So, fucking AJ Gray. This part, so I was watching with Ian, Ruro, Abdul might have been there, TJ possibly, I don't remember, but we all just fucking lost our shit at basically what was a little bit before the finish. Do you recall there being a huge ladder outside the ring?
Yeah, I remember.
There was this really tall ladder outside the ring. It never moved. It was there the entire time, but there was one spot involved in that ladder where AJ Green tried to jump from that ladder on the outside into the ring.
Oh, is that?
He did not come fucking close.
Oh, was that the gift you showed me?
Yeah, he did not come fucking close to landing that.
I mean, yeah, that was funny.
Oh god, it was. So there's that. PCO almost fucking killed a man by pile driving him onto like the steel rung of a ladder, and the fucking
Jordan Oliver.
Yeah, it bent. Which, ow. Yeah, that match was just an absolute clusterfuck. It was not a good match, but I thought it was very entertaining in a way that it was not supposed to be entertaining. It was fun, but not for the good reasons.
I just wasn't entertained. I mean, that's like it's the same old. Like, I would have been happy with just a normal wrestling match. Like that, maybe that would be different now. Like, fuck, dude.
The second match was a trios match between Team Gringo, which I'm pretty sure featured just Enzo Amore but fat, versus Team Bandito.
Gringo Loco. I don't see that. Like,
you didn't see Fat Enzo there with what's his name, Gringo Loco?
Yeah.
future Justin, for the visual version of this podcast on YouTube, put up a picture of Gringo Loco and then put up a picture of Enzo Amore. And everybody watching this on YouTube, you tell me they don't look the same, except one's chunkier.
I'm just going to say it. Not all European Americans look the same.
Most of them do.
Well, actually, they're Hispanic Americans.
Most of them do. This match, I feel like you probably didn't enjoy it too much, because this doesn't seem like the kind of thing you like.
Like, I thought it was okay, and then it got weird, and I stopped caring.
I thought, for me, that was match of the night. The finish was weird, though. I'm not sure what exactly they were attempting to do. Like, the one dude went over the other one when they were on the corner.
Gringo. It looked like Gringo botched something.
Yeah, like it looked like he was going for a frog splash, and he just frog splashed the mat, but then he just immediately got up, and then I don't know. It was a weird finish, but other than that, I enjoyed it.
He's just a lot tougher than Rob Van Dam.
Well,
he doesn't have to sell the splash from the top.
Then it was Blake Christian versus Leo Rush. It was supposed to be Blake Christian versus Jonathan Gresham, but he got I don't know if he got COVID or whatever it was.
No, he said, "Man, fuck this."
So they got Leo Rush instead. I enjoyed that one. I thought there was a fucking spot.
I would have watched it, but we're about to start the podcast soon. I thought, man, I'd rather just see Jeff Jarrett.
It was there was a spot where the Fosbury flop that AJ Styles did. Well, it's like the thing where he it runs to the ropes and he turns and does like a flip while spinning out of the ring.
Oh, the TNA X Division.
Yeah, that thing. Blake Christian did that, but then he landed in a setup for a reverse DDT, and then he lifted him up from that into a tombstone power driver on the outside, which there's they had the tiniest, thinnest fucking mat possible outside the ring. So he when he lifted him up for that, he had to jump into place so that he landed on the mat. But it was. I thought I enjoyed that. Then the next match, this is the one that I missed most of, because I went to make dinner. It was Matt Cardona versus Joey Janela, and when I went to make dinner, it was they were doing the video package for the match. I came back with dinner, and I look at the TV, and all I see is fucking Hornswoggle and Marco Stunt fighting, and I was very.
Is this the one with all the interference?
Yeah. So Ian and them got me up to speed on what was happening. There was there was a shit ton of interference in this match. Virgil showed up wearing a Vince McMahon mask for some reason. I'm not sure what exactly happened there. There was some big guy, I don't remember his name, some fucking absolute big lad, who tried to do a moonsault to Hornswoggle, and that didn't go well. Who the fuck else? There was so much happening in this match. There was fucking weapons going everywhere.
I mean, was it the Vince Russo special or something?
I'm not. I just know fucking. When I came back, it was Hornswoggle and Marco Stunt were just in the ring fighting. Matt Cardona and Joey were nowhere to be seen at the time.
It reminds me of a lot of early. Well, I didn't watch it, but the way you described it reminds me of early TNA, where you I remember watching the first anniversary show, in a match with Jeff Jarrett and Sting versus I forget fucking AJ Styles and X-Pac. If you just walked in, not seeing the beginning, you would have seen Shane Douglas and Raven fighting each other in the ring. It's something like that.
Yeah. After that was... What was this next match? Mance Warner and Matthew Justice with Sabu and Bill Alfonso versus Atticus Cogar, Eddie Only, Gregory Iron, and Bobby Beverly in a 4-on-2 match. I don't remember any of this. I remember Sabu showing up. I don't remember anything else in this match. I just vaguely remember Sabu showing up. They won. Manson Matthew with Sabu and Bill Alfonso. Ruby Soho then faced Ali Catch. Ali Kate. She's thick. That's all I know.
So Ruby Soho was a Ruby Riott or whatever.
Yes, in WWE.
In the Evil Empire.
Yes, and now she's Ruby Soho, including in AEW. It was her and Ali Catch. Ruby won that. It was all right. Wasn't awful, but wasn't great. It was a match that existed. And then, as you have watched, yes. Jeff Jarrett versus Effie in a match where in 2022 Jeff Jarrett went over.
He's a bigger star. He's a bigger star than Effie. I mean, what do you expect?
Bigger star supposed to put over the other guy to become a big star.
I'm sorry, but Mike Jackson or Mike Jackson would, like, even in like 1990 would have been beating Harley Race on pay-per-view. It just it's never gonna happen.
This is 2022, okay?
It could be 2032. I bet Jeff Jarrett will still be more over than Effie.
Jeff Jarrett, first of all, he spent the entire match seeming very upset that he had to fight a gay guy. I'm just gonna say that. To get that out of the way.
Shouldn't he be? Like, he's the heel.
I guess.
I mean, what do you want? Did you want Jeff Jarrett just to, like, beat him by making him come, and then Effie just, on the downward spiral of that happening, just falls to the mat and Jarrett pins him there?
Yes, I want exactly that to happen.
That would have been quite the XWA match.
I just because I remember a commentary moment from this, which reminded me of a commentary moment from something else. I think it was from the Cardona Joey Janela match, which I was eating the dinner that I just made, which were with noodles there were spicy noodles, and I had taken a bite of them, and I don't remember. Okay, so they did the edge spot from One Night Stand. Remember that? After RVD versus Cena, or during, I guess.
Did someone put on a helmet?
Yeah. They had somebody come out with a helmet wearing, like, the whole get up that Edge did, and then speared Joey. It was.
I mean, they shouldn't have wasted that, because everyone's just gonna remember Hornswoggle.
It was. I don't remember what his fucking actual name is, but Kurt Hawkins in WWE. It ended up being him, and one of the commentators just fucking shouted something. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, but it was like, "What a fuckhead!" I think. Like, one of the commentators just shouted, "What a fuckhead!" And I started choking immediately.
I remember, like, what was it? Lenny Leonard? It was probably Lenny Leonard, because I think Lenny also said, like, when Jeff Jarrett was hitting Effie with a belt back to that match, he said, "Man, he just beating the shit out of him." I thought, wow, this isn't the most professional broadcasting.
Yeah, I remember I got reminded of that because during the Jarrett and Effie match, there was something. I think Jeff might have been, like, choking him with a belt or something, and when one of the commentators just shouted something about choking Daddy, like Daddy's getting choked or something like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Lenny Leonard. I mean, that was kind of funny.
This whole show was just it was something. After that was the GCW World Championship match. Jon Moxley defending against Homicide in a very mild match. Like, it was.
Well, this didn't feel like. I mean, this was like, I think every match there's no, like, it's hard. They're hardcore, I believe. Right?
Yeah, it's like there's no rules for any match really.
So I mean, this isn't Combat Zone Wrestling where you're gonna have a guy pull out a weed whacker and tear off someone's face.
Well, I had certain expectations, right? Because, I mean, Moxley is Moxley, Homicide's Homicide, and they're in this place where there's, like, no rules for anything, and they're doing a bunch of ridiculous shit. This match was just, like, very Like, it wasn't even just that they didn't really do much of anything crazy. It was also just they didn't really do much of anything in it. It was just very by the books, but not even great in a sense of, like, by the books great kind of match. It just sort of happened.
Honestly, I think Jon Moxley's peak was WWE. And, I know everyone was excited for him when he went to AEW, but I've never seen anything special.
I definitely gotta disagree with that one, but I think he's gotten a lot better in the ring since leaving WWE. I mean, I don't know if he's gotten better or if he's just doing stuff that he wasn't allowed to do in WWE. I don't know, but it seems like he's trying to, like, change his style since being in WWE. Like, when he went to New Japan,
I think it would be rather going back to his old style.
Well, like, when he went to New Japan, he started doing more, like, not necessarily MMA, but more like strong style type wrestling, which I never really watched him wrestle before WWE, so I just know he did hardcore shit. So I don't really know what his wrestling style was, but I've been enjoying him more since leaving WWE.
I enjoyed him more in WWE, and he wasn't even my favorite Shield guy. That's he hold that U.S. belt title forever without ever defending it.
Yeah, like fucking 600 years with that. The main event, the fucking main event. So it was the Briscoes, right? GCW Tag Champs doing an open challenge, and it was the main event. Everybody was thinking that it was going to be FTR accepting the thing.
I think you need to announce when that match is going to happen. You can't just fucking.
Well, people, the big reason people were expecting it at this point was because it was the main event. Like, people are thinking, okay, it's the main event, it's got to be something huge.
Was it, so, why did this go short? Was it on actual pay-per-view?
What do you mean?
I've heard, the match was short.
Oh, yeah, it was very short.
The show was long, so was this actual... Was this on cable pay-per-view where they had to, were they constrained by time?
I guess they were, because it went 3 hours. Like, they stopped at 3 hours, so I'm guessing it was a time restraint thing.
I think it will piss everyone off if you did FTR or Briscoe was here with no time.
Mm-hmm. It was it was on traditional pay-per-view as well as Fight TV. But yeah, so even if it wasn't FTR, the actual there was all this build up. They played fucking Journey. They played goddamn Journey to fucking build up to this, and it ended up being some fucking guy, Matt Tremont. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I got one of the DVDs where he won the fucking Tournament of Death.
That guy and Nick Gage, which Nick Gage, cool, I suppose, but it's not really a surprising thing for GCW,
Well, he was. I did watch the opening package where they give a blowjob to themselves, but and he was in it, so it's been it's really strange. He wasn't advertised, and he did end up being on the show.
That other guy, right, Matt Tremont. You know what he did in this match, in this fucking 6 or 5.5 minute match? You know what his contribution was? There were 3 spots where somebody threw a steel chair at his face, and he caught it without his hands, he just smacked him in the face. That was the only thing that happened to him in this match. He didn't do it he did maybe one move, and then the rest of it was just people throwing chairs at his face.
Justin, New Jack won USWA tag team title match without even tagging into the match. I mean, it's not like this is. Who was he? Pac-Man Jones. I mean, there's precedent for this.
It's just
no, I forgot. WWE. Who was the referee's kid that tagged with Braun Strowman?
That was Nicholas.
Yeah, see, you remember his name, so that happened.
But see, those are tag matches, right? Where it's you actually have to tag in and out. This was a fucking everybody's in the ring all at the same time match.
Hey man, Matt Tremont, he's used to rules, okay?
Is he used to rules? Taking fucking chair shots to the fucking head, and that's the only thing he's doing?
Well, no, see, that's the problem. It's he wasn't expecting the chair shot, so it's oh, gee.
You just said this guy won the Tournament of Death?
Hey, man, he did it through fantastic wrestling skills.
No, he didn't.
I would imagine.
Don't fucking lie to me. It's not. So that was fucking the World spelled without an O on GCW. That fucking catastrophe.
All right, so the real so the important question is, does it make you want to watch GCW again?
It does not. Well, that depends. If I'm watching with friends and just bullshitting our way through it, then yes. If I'm watching for just to watch good wrestling, no. Also, X-Pac showed up at some fucking point. I forgot about that. He showed up as well.
Didn't they do a Hall of Fame, independent Hall of Fame or something?
Yeah, indie independent Hall. Was that GCW or was that just a thing in general? I don't know, but that did happen recently. CM Punk was there to induct somebody. So I didn't watch. Did I watch? Oh yeah, I watched Dynamite yesterday. That was so I watched this and I watched Dynamite. That was my watching of wrestling for the week.
I watched some of GCW. I miss Dynamite. Do you want to talk about Dynamite before we go into? Well, I'll just say this. I gave what I thought about the matches. I'll watch GCW again if you watch it, and we can talk about it together.
Okay. Next week we gotta watch Royal Rumble. It's coming up on this Sunday.
Oh yeah,
or Saturday, and we will have a guest with us. Our first previously announced guest, instead of just fucking kitties showing up. We'll have Ian on here to talk with us about the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I'm just imagining what you gonna do when Jeff Jarrett or and Effie are in the Royal Rumble.
I would mark for Effie showing up. Get Effie. Book Effie for the Royal Rumble, Vince. Coward, you won't do it.
I saw Danhausen debuted on Dynamite.
Yes, he did. And he's all elite. He signed.
You know, I was excited for it. Then I saw what was going on, and then I just became really sad about Adam Cole.
What's wrong with Adam Cole?
I mean, he's a joke. He's a joke now. I mean, like, you know,
Terry
Taylor. I mean, Terry Taylor, he was a fantastic wrestler, and they decided to make him into a joke, and his career was never the same.
Why is he a joke?
Because he's feuding with Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, he's feuding with somebody who the fans love.
Yeah, I mean, the fans also love Boogie Woogie Man Jimmy Valiant. He wasn't the main event of Starrcade.
Making references. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna understand those.
I'm sorry. Like, Jimmy Valiant was a big star, but like, he's not. If you were feuding with them, you're probably not main eventing Starrcade. That's just the truth.
This was the main event. They were in the main event, and it was a good match. People were expecting Johnny Gargano to show up. He did not, but Danhausen did, which
I thought Johnny Gargano re-signed with WWE.
I don't think he did. But I've
heard he did.
Oh, he did. When did that get said?
Well, so much goes on. Gopher, I can't keep track of every goddamn thing. But I heard he's resigned.
Let's see.
Actually, I've heard he's resigned, but like he's taking a break or something.
I mean, with as many people as there were expecting him to show up on Wednesday, I would assume he did not resign.
Well, people were expecting FTR to show up at the end of GCW, but they're not all knowing.
on the Wikipedia page, because we all know how trusted a source Wikipedia is, it says this would seemingly be Gargano's final appearance in NXT, as his contract expired on December 10, and he chose not to renew it.
Well, isn't Thomas Barnes also
no, they fixed that. They changed that, those bastards. After like 5 years, they fucking stole my fucking... took away my thing. But yeah, I don't believe that he has resigned. But Danhausen showing up and being signed, like, I like Johnny. I'm a fan of Johnny Gargano, but Danhausen made me way more excited than Johnny would have.
Yeah, I mean, Johnny's just Johnny, I mean, there's nothing special about him.
Johnny's great, but I mean, Danhausen, he's goddamn Danhausen,
Well, I mean, Danhausen's great. Johnny Gargano, he's like, yeah. I mean,
he
like,
exists.
I mean, how many other guys do you have that? I mean, even like Shuda are just better wrestlers. Like, I mean,
they do have a lot of really good wrestlers already. They don't have a whole lot of what you would consider Danhausens. Danhausen's a very unique personality.
I mean, he debuted in a match where they were wrestling Orange Cassidy. I wouldn't call him like a, he's not like a Ray Stevens or something.
I don't know what that means.
Justin.
Gotta use references.
Ray the Crippler Stevens. I mean, do you just not know professional wrestling?
Apparently not. I know Danhausen signed AEW. I know that much.
I imagine, like, we could talk about Ed the Strangler Lewis. You'll oh yeah, that guy.
I've at least heard of him. So
just you're something else. So
that was wrestling.
Well, there's one more thing with wrestling. Leo Rush,
yes.
I guess he only had. I guess for some reason he had a contract and it had this weird 5-month time frame.
Yeah, Ian was also very confused about it.
I'm not confused. I'm not confused. He said something about the boss on Twitter, siding with we talked about it.
Well, yeah, Ian wasn't confused. He just thought it was fishy. He got the situation because like 5 months seems like a very weird That's not like a normal contract.
Oh, it's only normal in TNA with Bram. We know when they resign them every 3 weeks. TNA, man.
So Leo Rush apparently had some fucking weird 5-month thing, and he's choosing not to resign, which okay.
I mean, I really like Leo Rush, and I wish something will worked out, but you can't be just, I have, my boss is Governor Mike Dunleavy, and I get calls from survey people saying, "All right, what's your opinion on him?" I say no comment. That's work. I'm not gonna trash, or I could be positive, but I'm not gonna trash members of the team. Like, I don't go on here and talk about what a terrible person my boss is unless I'm gonna, I'm just gonna leave.
Mm.
Not that, and I probably wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't go on here and, no, I absolutely wouldn't, go on here and trash my boss. If I was mad enough, I'll just leave.
Mm. So he is leaving AEW, but I mean, hey, you had a match in GCW. Got that going for him.
Oh yeah, that'll last 3 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, he does not stick around too long with these companies.
Well, he's just following the career path of Terry Funk is all.
Mm-hmm.
How many retirements is Leo Rush gonna have?
Oh god, yeah, he's getting started early on that too. Oh yeah. All right. So we promised last week that this week we would have my DC Entertainment Universe rankings after I did the MCU ones last week. So you ready for these? I should do them.
Start from the bottom.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, worst to best.
So this was spoiled last week, as was number 1, but number 11 there was 11 films so far. Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
the first one.
I hated that film. It's one of the worst, not the worst superhero film I've seen, but it's one of the worst superhero films, and definitely the worst of that series of films.
I watched it initially and thought it was alright, but then I watched it again a year or two later, and I don't get why I originally thought it was alright. It was
you might not have been paying attention or something.
Maybe not. I don't know. I liked Margot as Harley. I enjoyed Will Smith and the Australian guy. What the fuck is it? Captain Boomerang. Other than that, it was just, there's already an inherent level of cringe when it comes to superhero movies. That's just part of it. But this one, it just pushed it, and it has what is quite possibly my least favorite fucking character in any superhero movie. What's the fuck? Was it Killer Croc in this one?
Yeah, Killer Croc. That's his name.
It
Killer
was
Croc.
just I don't mind Killer Croc in general, but in this fucking movie, everything he said was just so cringy.
I just remember the story sucked. Didn't make sense. The music was really off. They just got cool sounding music that didn't fit the tone of the film.
They did have which again, I don't really know if this fit the tone or not, but they had Panic at the Disco's cover of Bohemian Rhapsody, which I enjoy, but I enjoy that as a song, not so much as a part of Suicide Squad.
I mean, Beethoven's Ninth is a great song.
Yeah.
I mean, and it would have felt really off putting it over this film as a soundtrack. I mean, I think you gotta fit. Your films have a tone; it should fit it.
Yeah. Which
the soundtracks should fit.
Soundtrack's a big part of the second Suicide Squad because James Gunn is really, really good with soundtracks. But I will get to that when I reach number 1. Spoiler alert again. Number 10, Justice League, the original version. The original version of Justice League is number 10.
Never seen it.
I thought it was alright. That's every film from this point on I thought was either alright or good. Alright or better.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, I like the other ones.
Well,
Suicide Squad, not so much. But Justice League I thought was alright. It was just, I enjoyed the Flash in it. I really, it was his introduction, and I enjoyed him in it. 9 is Man of Steel. Another one that
I didn't like that movie.
That was alright. That's another one I thought was alright. What did you dislike about it?
I mean, they're just, nothing didn't mean anything. You could put Superman through buildings and stuff, and why am I supposed to care? And Superman was like really like not cool in this movie. I mean, like, you know, you could do a serious Superman movie, but you know, even though you shouldn't, because that's not really the character. Like, let's do a serious Inspector Gadget movie. You know, make it dark and shit.
Do it. Somebody make it. Somebody make it serious. Mentos, sponsor me so I can make serious Inspector Gadget.
Yes, I mean,
there's a film we need. 8.
Let's do a dark version of adult dark version of Cars. That's what we need.
Jesus. 8 is Batman vs Superman, which is another one that falls under the it was alright category for me.
Yeah, you know, I like Jesse Ellsberg. I like the actors. Like, there's weird stuff with that film. You know, I thought it was okay the first time I watched it with you, and of course it's on the big screen. I don't get to do that often. I mean, there's
together, didn't we?
There's good stuff about the film, and there's like weird stuff where like, why is the Flash in it?
Well, that's, I presume, like something that's meant to be explained in the Flash movie when that comes out. Like,
I'm not watching the Flash movie. God damn it! You know, I'm not watching Moonraker expecting to see something in it that's gonna be explained and Die Another Day. Okay.
Well, yeah. Some people like that type of stuff. Some people don't. I enjoy the intertwined stuff of that nature. And I'm gonna watch The Flash when that comes out because I enjoyed The Flash in Justice League, and also I'm watching every one of these movies anyway, so fuck it.
Oh no.
Number 7 was Wonder Woman 1984, the second one, which that one got a lot of hate. That one was kind of good. Like I thought it was better than all right, but not quite. Like, it wasn't as good as the first one, but I enjoyed it.
I'm iffy on the first one.
Oh, yeah, that's the one everyone loves. 6 for me, Birds of Prey, Harley Quinn, which should have just been called Harley Quinn. I like that one.
I thought about watching it. I mean, if I decide to watch any of those films, it's probably that one.
It was.
Actually, I might watch that Suicide Squad. It's got John Cena in it.
Yeah. I thought the Harley Quinn movie was fun. Wonder Woman was number 5 for me, which that for a lot of people is like their favorite one. That I enjoyed it, but I did not enjoy it as much as a lot of other people enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it less than most people. I mean,
you did not enjoy it.
You know, I mean, the ending was so lame, dude. Like,
they managed to do something that I didn't think any movie would ever be able to do, which was make Chris Pine likable for me.
Was that the boyfriend character?
Yeah.
I don't remember. Like,
they made him as an actor seem likable to me, which no fucking other films accomplish that. 4 was Shazam, which I really enjoyed, and for a bit there, I was actually stuck between Shazam and Aquaman on number 1. Before
I never liked the Sam character, but you know,
I didn't really know.
Had limited exposure.
Yeah, I didn't really know much about the character, but it was. I enjoy like comedic superhero movies, like the Guardians of the Galaxy films and Ragnarok are both in my top 6 of the Marvel films. And this was one of those, so I had a good time with it. Number 3 was Justice League: The Snyder Cut, which I thought was a lot better than the original version.
Well, why is it a lot better?
There's a lot more in it. They went different ways with a lot of it, and I just preferred what they did here in this one. The ending was also very intriguing, even though, like, I'm assuming we're not going to get a follow-up on the ending because, like, they're not going to go with the Snyder version moving forward or whatever. I don't know. But it was, I enjoyed it. Number 2 was Aquaman, which first of all, just want to get this out of the way right now. Just want to fuck Amber Heard. Get that out of the way right now. It sucks that she's going to be in the sequel.
I should see Aquaman.
The thing with me, right, with Aquaman is, you know, Uncharted, right? The game series Uncharted?
Yeah. Aquaman
felt like if Uncharted was a superhero movie. And, like, I love the Uncharted games are among my all-time favorites. It had a similar dynamic with the main character and the love interest. They had, like, the same, like, bickering at first, and then, you know, like, he's all kind of sarcastically playful and, you know, kind of immature, and yeah, they had that similar dynamic there. There was a lot of, like, visually beautiful environments, and some of them are even similar to some of the environments from the Uncharted games, such as the desert area. And there was even a part where there was like he was having to solve this like puzzle that just felt like something straight out of an Uncharted game, like one of the puzzles from an Uncharted game. The whole thing just.
I hope like I don't like. I hope it's not like nostalgia of Uncharted that makes this film great, and I watched this. I'm like,
I mean, other people enjoyed it too. Even people who don't.
I imagine, like, I've heard like from.
I also just think it's like a very visually beautiful movie. Like it's very.
That's what I've heard too.
Looks great. I enjoy it. And then number 1, as mentioned, the Suicide Squad, which I don't know why it's not called Suicide Squad 2, but you know, James Gunn makes some fun shit. I'm watching Peacemaker. That's coming out week by week. The most recent episode was the 5th episode, 4th or 5th. That came out today. 5th episode, I think. 6th, 5th. I don't know, but that came out today.
So what's that on?
HBO Max, Go Max, whatever the fucking thing is. That is. Yeah, that's spinoff from seeing this character in the Suicide Squad. And yeah, very, very, very fun film. The movie was super fun. The show, Peacemaker, has been very fun so far. It's James Gunn, you know, it's what you would expect from James Gunn at this point. Except like
I mean,
like with Guardians, it's Marvel, so it's like PG-13. This is Suicide Squad's basically like fucking Guardians, but with like less alien stuff and more rated R.
Well, it has the word suicide in it.
Yeah, well.
You know, I can't imagine you could be marking that to children. Hey kids, it's the Suicide Squad. Yay!
Yeah, it was very, very fun. Idris Elba, is that how his name's pronounced? I can never remember how his name's pronounced. He was great in it. Fucking Margot Robbie, great in it. It had John Cena, obviously. Really enjoyed him in it. It's a lot of fun. It's a super fun movie.
Did you ever watch the Fred movies?
I watched the first one, and the only moment in that entire film that was not just like that I could stand, but was also actually like a good part of the movie. John Cena bashing him over the head with a vase.
Absolutely. I didn't see the movie. I'd only seen parts of it, and yeah, I can imagine that's the only good part. A lot of people can enjoy.
I'm glad that they made those movies just so that could exist. John Cena smashing him over the head with a vase or whatever it was. So yeah, there's the DC Cinematic Universe film rankings. Right there. Those are mine. 11-1.
What's the next one? The next DCEU film?
Let me check. DCEU films. It might be Aquaman 2. Let's see.
Why don't they call the sequel? Why don't they call the sequel The Aquaman?
Black Adam is next. It's supposed to come out this July. That's Dwayne Johnson playing Black Adam.
Oh man.
After that, The Flash. Then which should be in November this year, and then in December, that's when Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom is what it's called. The second of that. Next year there's supposed to be Batgirl. Then the Shazam sequel. Then apparently a Blue Beetle film. And those are
I like Blue Beetle.
Those are the currently planned films, I suppose.
I think I'm thinking of a different character.
I don't know the character, but hopefully it'll be a fun film.
Yeah, hopefully.
Have Batgirl coming in.
What's the next Marvel film?
Let me check that now. MCU films. Bada boom.
Bada bang.
I think it's Doctor Strange too. Films. Here we go. Let's see. Black Widow came out. Eternals. Spider-Man: No Way Home. Yep. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which I'm looking very forward to. After that is going to be Thor. The fourth Thor movie, which means it's going to be the first series within the MCU to get 4 films.
There's been so many.
Yeah. Couple movies a couple series got 3. Iron Man got 3. Captain America got 3. Thor had 3, and now is going to have 4. Spider-Man now has 3. This is the first one to have 4, though. After that, it should be Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Then the Marvels, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and Fantastic Four.
Remember went to go see Ant-Man and the Wasp with my dad in Seattle, and he fell asleep in the theater.
They also have, as far as movies without like release dates or that may not be part of Phase 4, they got Blade, a Blade film, Deadpool 3, which is gonna be Deadpool's jump into the MCU.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, like, I thought he was separate.
It was, but they're bringing him in, and apparently it's still gonna be rated R. So interesting. Another Captain America movie. I don't know if that's gonna be about Anthony Mackie's version, I guess now.
No, this is gonna be the new Captain America that is puppet of the corporation. He's gonna beat up the superheroes and these.
And then Shang-Chi. I fucking don't know how to pronounce it, but there's a sequel to that one coming out, and then some film that's centered around mutants, so like some X-Men related thing or something. And then they also have like TV shows coming out. They got let me see if I can MCU TV shows coming out. They got some of these. See, the most recent one was what was the most recent? Was it Hawkeye? Yes, Hawkeye. Moon Knight just got the trailer recently. They got Moon Knight. They got She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, Secret Invasion, the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, Ironheart, Armor Wars, and then some Wakanda show. And then even further down the line than that, they got some Halloween special that there's not really any big information about. Apparently it's centered on something called Werewolf by Night, whatever that is. That's some type of character. They got the Loki second season. Echo, which was a character from Hawkeye, she's getting her own spin-off. Agatha, House of Harkness. Yeah.
Loki's in the MCU?
Yeah.
Wow.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Thor's brother?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the former MLW World Champion.
Well, you know. Well, I mean, that guy's a bigger heel in real life than fucking goddamn Tom Middleston. So
yeah, true.
Middleston. Agatha, House of Harkness, which is a spinoff from WandaVision. Character from that. There's apparently going to be a Spider-Man show coming out. Spider-Man freshman year. I'm not sure what that exactly is going to be. I think it's a I think it's an animated series. Yeah, it's an animated series where I would assume he's a freshman. Yeah. And they got Marvel Zombies, which
I've always enjoyed the Marvel Zombies comics.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the universe from one of the What If episodes. There's a What If episode that centers around zombies. It's gonna be apparently in that universe. And Untitled Destin Daniel Cretton series. I don't know if that's an actor or if that's a director or a character, but some series involving whatever a Destin Daniel Cretton is. There's gonna be a comedy. So that's all we know about that one. So.
You know, I think it's time to talk about you.
Me?
And what you're doing on Gopher Tuk.
Well, just a few hours after this podcast reaches YouTube, there will be the debut of Shenmue 3.
Everyone's looking forward to that.
Yeah, and, you know, I mean, it's happening. It's happening. I edited the entire first recording session earlier today. It's 9 episodes so far, and they are episodes. I'll tell you that much. That's getting started today. And
so what's your favorite thing about the game Shenmue 3?
Well, I really love the part where we end a recording session and then I turn the game off. That's a pretty good part. You know, probably my favorite. Like that's a really good feature of the game is the ability to turn it off. It's a really good feature.
You know, there's two extremes to this game where we had a friend that said he would like, what was it? Like, stop being friends with you if you ever did Shenmue 3 on the channel. You know, like Shenmue 2 is an alright game. I played that.
I think the main issue is that like this is a case of it just took way too fucking long, and the game came out and it feels like something that should have been created like 2 years after Shenmue 2.
Well, and the thing is, like, the guy who made it says he never plays video games.
Well, you know, that's probably not great.
It's like he missed every innovation between all that time.
Yeah, he thinks that this is just what games are, you know. Fucking getting cutscenes every time you take your shoes off. That's what a video game is.
Exactly. I was like, it's like his version of Second Life, I guess.
Oh god.
So, all right. So, what do you hate most about Shenmue 3?
Well, you know how I said that my favorite part was how you can turn it off. My least favorite part is everything else. There's a lot going on in the game that I like that I don't get. Like it takes me a while to understand because nothing's being explained to me. Like one of the things during the game was there's a button, right, that you press that in general it brings up, I think, a help menu that tells you like what buttons are used for or something. But then that same button is occasionally used to interact with people in a way that's different from just talking to them. But the game doesn't give me any indication of that. So I wasn't pressing that button when trying to talk to people to get them to do something specific because I thought that button was just going to tell me what other buttons do. So I spent way too long not knowing that like this one character wants to play a certain game with me. And I'm like, how the fuck do I play this game? Every time I talk to him, he just tells me to fuck off. But then
that's amazing.
I had to press this other button. But to my knowledge, that other button just tells me what other buttons do.
That's fantastic.
So, you know, not, you know, it's a game. Some would say it's classified to be a game.
I'm glad you're finally getting to play it on the channel. It is the spiritual successor to back in 1995.
This game feels like it was back in 1995.
I mean, this might be your new peak.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. What speaking of me and stuff revolving around me, I think maybe we should answer some fan mail. Some letters here we got.
All right, let's the emails. Okay, so this is from Adam in Kazakhstan.
Okay.
Gopher, I'm on the Discord and I saw some of the chat. I'm just wondering if you start Shenmue 3, will you finish the game, or if you feel like you're only gonna get a certain number of episodes in and give up?
Well, I was paid $100 to play the game, so thinking I gotta stick this one out, unfortunately.
That's fantastic. That's beautiful.
Yeah. If by some chance you end up in a coma and you're unable to watch it, and you won't know that I stopped, well, but as far as I know, that will not be happening, and I'll be stuck playing this.
Alright, this is from Earl in Canada.
Okay, a little Canadian
friend. This is a huge fan. Although he likes Tuck a little bit more.
As do most people.
Yeah, as do most people. So he's asked. So he says here he's asking, Gopher, on a scale from Fallout to Shenmue 3, what are the chances of war with Russia happening with the United States?
What was the highest option you said? Fallout 3?
Well, Fallout 3 might be the highest option. The lowest option might be Shenmue 3.
Okay, Fallout 3.
Fallout 3.
Yeah, I think we're at that point where it's things are happening. Things are gonna happen, and we're gonna have to deal with it.
We might actually have nuclear warfare.
That's very possible. I mean, at this rate, who knows how many more? Who knows if I'll be able to finish Shenmue 3 before the whole fucking world's blown up?
I gotta type a letter to Putin. I gotta tell him
Putin's got, you gotta let him know, like, hey Putin, I know you got some plans here, but Shenmue 3's happening. It's gonna take at least like 100 episodes. So if you could wait a couple months,
I'll type him a letter, and look, you see, now I'm gonna stop World War 3 from happening just so that we can finish Shenmue 3. all right, we need one more. See this. All right, how about from Tony in Italy?
Hey, it's Tony. It's fucking Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Hey.
Says he's a big fan. Been watching your channel since you were Giggity Gopher, and he's wondering. So he's asking here: Who's your favorite pro wrestler?
My favorite for all time or right now? Does he specify?
He doesn't specify. He didn't. Can you believe that? He didn't specify.
He didn't specify. Okay, so my favorite wrestler. Ooh, who the fuck would it be? All time might possibly be, and I know there's gonna be some opinions about this, but look, there were some issues with his head. Okay, I'm not saying what he did wasn't good or wasn't bad.
Look, just say it's Val Venus, okay? We all know who you're talking about.
Yes, Val Venus is my all-time favorite wrestler. Currently, who the fuck?
Let's keep talking. So, are you saying it's Chris Benoit?
Yes, Chris Benoit is who I was getting at with my all-time favorite.
So why is he your all-time favorite?
I mean, part of it's nostalgia. You know, you got that because like that was when I really started watching wrestling was during like the early Ruthless Aggression era and through that, and so part of it's that. Part of it's just that he was really fucking good technical wrestler, very intense. A little too intense apparently at some point in his life, but you know, for he was pretty intense. Everything he did, like he made moves that normal for most wrestlers doesn't seem like a whole lot. He makes them seem more impactful, and like a fucking Irish whip from him feels like way more than an Irish whip from the average wrestler. Yeah. So
yeah, you know, from what I've seen, like when I became a fan, it was like a year before he did that, so I didn't get to see him as much. But you know, when going back to, you know, that's definitely the case.
Yeah. As for right now, my current favorite wrestler, this one, that's a toughie. I mean, Danhausen's very entertaining. You know, he's possibly my favorite wrestling personality right now. As far as my favorite wrestler, though, just all around favorite wrestler,
is it Hornswoggle?
You know, can't deny it. Yeah, I can't entirely deny that. Really trying to think of who would be right now. There's a lot of potential options.
All right,
like, I'm very big on Pac. I don't know if I'd say he's my favorite, but he's definitely up there.
I try to like Pac, but you know, sometimes like dude he can't job someone out. Like, what's wrong with him?
Let's see. Paige. I enjoy Paige a lot. Hangman Paige, not jizz on a championship Paige. Although I liked her too when she was active.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say not Ethan or Ethan Page.
I do like Ethan Page, but I would put him up there as one of my favorites. Bryan Danielson, Adam Cole.
Not the Swamp Monster.
Well, I mean that I don't have to say that one. That's a given. You know, that's just that's something true. You know inherently.
When's he gonna be all elite?
Hopefully soon. Maybe that was him instead of Danhausen. Maybe that was just him wearing Danhausen's face paint. It's possible. So those are some of my favorites. Mr. Whoever you said from Tony from Italy. Tony from Italy, yeah. Yes. Thank you, Tony from Italy. There you go. Tony, talking about Tony.
Alright, so I've been playing Metroid Prime, and we did talk about it last week, but I got mad at it, and I had to quit playing it.
I did see that. I saw you posting on the Twitter, on the Facebook. You were getting lost. It seemed like having too much trouble trying to figure out, like trying to backtrack to find where to go.
Here's my problem. There's hidden blocks in the game.
There's hidden blocks in Mario.
Yeah, but like those hidden blocks gives you one up. These hidden blocks block the path forward, and
like invisible walls. I think.
Well, no, they're not invisible. See, so there's a wall, and all you have to do to progress through the game is figure out where you need to shoot at the wall to continue. And you know, I've texted with my pal Mac. I've seen people online say there's markers where it makes it evident where it is. I wasn't able to figure it out.
There are a lot of games that I like. In general, I like really enjoy and I want to finish, but they get to a point where I can't like continue through a lot of it without looking up a walkthrough, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's absolutely true for me, dude. This is Metroid Dread is really fun until I get to that point, and why should I have to look up a walkthrough?
It's the kind of thing that can really just ruin an experience with something that you're having a lot of fun with.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I see other people talk about it, and they say, oh yeah, it's really clear where you're supposed to go all the time, and I just don't find that true at all possible. Maybe it's because I haven't been playing Metroid forever. Like, I mostly played the 3D game, Prime.
I have not played any, as I mentioned on the last episode.
Yeah, but the fans are calling this the perfect game. I really playing it. I would say it's near perfect, but it's a huge flaw.
Yeah. And
the video game critic, he plays all types of video games. He says you gotta look at a walkthrough to get through it. It's not like he's an idiot.
What if he was?
Well, he's playing video games all day. Of course, he rotted his brain.
But is he playing Shenmue 3 all day? That's the real question.
You're not a real gamer until you play Shenmue 3.
Yeah. I finally graduated to real gamer.
I wonder what our old friend would think of that statement there. Yeah, so, alright, I'm playing Shenmue 3 on the channel. I'm a real gamer now. I can't wait. Like,
it's soon.
Dude, like, I can't imagine like making another Shenmue game and making more cumbersome than the second game.
And I'm only like 2 hours and 15 minutes in. There's a whole lot left for me to experience here. I choose the word experience very specifically there.
So you're not playing the game. You're not playing all those loading screens.
Certainly, like I couldn't say playing. I couldn't say enjoying. Experiencing. That's the term there. What else do we got to talk about here?
Well, should we talk about it? Yeah, I think we did a little bit with the emails, but you know,
Ukraine, the World War III coming to happen. I don't actually know exactly what's going on. I just know I was playing Wordle. I got my answers. I fucking went to post it on Twitter, and then all of a sudden I'm seeing fucking World War III is about to happen.
Well, this has been a thing for a long time. Ukraine. Well, I don't know I can't remember what exactly. Either they're invited to join NATO, or they probably do want to join NATO because there's no way they could defeat Russia. And Russia, I think, was it 2014 or something that they took Crimea, which is part of Ukraine, but they're just they have it now.
Why join NATO when you could shark NATO?
Exactly, send a shark NATO to Russia.
There you go. Take that, Putin. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do against a fucking tornado shark? Yeah,
and especially in Russia, like that'd be like out of nowhere.
It still tickles me that the original plan for the Sharknado movies was to make Donald Trump the president before he ever ran.
Oh yeah,
just the fact that people who made the Sharknado movies, right? People who specialize in the ridiculous, thought that Donald Trump being president of America was ridiculous enough to be a plot point for Sharknado.
Back in 2008, when I was really into politics groups on Facebook, someone said, "Wouldn't it be great if Donald Trump ran for president?" And I thought that was the most stupid thing anyone could ever say.
Well,
and it happened. Now it happened.
It was still stupid. It was still stupid, but it did happen.
Yeah. We're in the worst timeline.
We are. I mean, we're in a timeline where Donald Trump was president, fucking Joe Biden's president now. I'm playing Shenmue 3. Like, it's just nothing's good.
We'll watch the Shenmue 3 videos. We'll all have a laugh.
There's the escapism
like that time in 3rd grade when you licked the pole during the winter and got your tongue stuck. We just laugh about it now.
Was I in that movie?
Yes.
Was I in A Christmas Story? That was about me?
Yeah.
Oh. Didn't know that was me.
I thought you knew it was a documentary.
Oh. Oh, okay. That's why all those people are following me with cameras. That makes sense.
Exactly.
Oh, geez. Yeah, so World War III is happening. We're all gonna die. But maybe Shenmue 3 will be finished before that. Who knows?
Hopefully. That'd be the real tragedy.
Yeah.
That's when whoever's doing the computer simulations, this is, alright, we didn't get the Gopher Tuk Shenmue 3 series. We're gonna hit restart on the simulator, and we're gonna try to get back to this point.
That's the thing. If I do get to finish the game, well, then there you go. Like, that's why World War III is happening. Because once I get there, like, at that point, what's left in the world, you know? At that point, just take it away. Like, end it all. Because we've peaked. There's nothing else.
Exactly. That will be the peak.
Like, what do we have to look forward to after that, you know? There's nothing.
Well, maybe one day Shenmue 4 will come out on a PlayStation 7.
Come out on a PlayStation 7 looking like it's a PlayStation 2 game.
It's just like go backwards in all the gameplay and graphics.
Ends up looking like a fucking Game Boy Color game.
Oh, it'll have a built-in lag. It's not even online.
It's gonna be officially licensed by Soulja Boy.
Oh, dude, we just imagine. I'm just imagining. All right, I'm gonna say his name. Our pal Rufus. I'm just imagining them hearing us say that. Yeah, Soulja Boy's gonna buy the Shenmue series. Maybe we can finally get like in Shenmue 4. We can do some rap battles.
Yeah, that would be.
Oh, dude, he would buy the Shenmue series and then he would make himself a character in the game.
Yeah,
like a Shenmue. Like he's trying to get revenge on what was it? The guy that killed his dad. All right, like Dunley, something like that. So, well, in Shenmue 4, Soulja Boy will team up with the protagonist dude, and he'll beat up Dunley for him.
All I know about the plot is that I'm looking for a mirror. That's all I've gathered so far about the plot. I don't know. I paid some attention when I was watching a little recap video they have in the game. I just know something about a mirror. That's maybe Soulja Boy himself is the mirror.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the mirror. That mirror is like Flash appearing in Batman vs Superman. And like you look into it and like, oh, you see Soulja Boy in the mirror.
You look in the mirror and you see a complete stranger, and that stranger looks back at you, and he says, "Yo!" and starts dancing.
Soulja Boy.
Okay, well, we got anything else here to talk about? Or are we good to send the people home, even though they're probably already home when they're listening to this?
They could be in a car.
It could be
in a train.
I mean,
could be in a plane.
We're only really uploading on YouTube at the moment, and I mean, people could listen to YouTube on mobile, but I don't know.
You could download stuff and listen to it, or watch it even.
Yeah, that's possible.
In fact, they have to watch this episode because you're gonna put pictures.
Yeah, there's pictures. Of whatever that part of the thing was. Oh yeah, it was Fat Enzo and not Fat Enzo. All right. Anything else?
Do you ever miss Enzo Amore?
Define miss.
Like you just wish he'd do something and it would be stupid, and you're like, "Yay, stuff was happening in wrestling."
Yes. Yes. In that way, I do miss Enzo Amore.
Imagine if he showed up in AEW or something and he starts feuding with Chuck Taylor or something. And they could bring W. Morrissey or what's
some fucking big ass's weird ass fucking something W.M. Morrissey or some whatever the fuck whatever. He's 7 feet tall and you can't teach that. Dude,
they could be in the AEW tag team division. They're better than the Dork Order. Well, I guess like most of them, like John Silver, it's kind of good.
John Silver, he's strong. That's a strong boy right there.
Well, alright, they got John Silver and Colt Cabana, so I guess they could almost be on that level if they
Cold Cabana doesn't play Fall Guys with us on Twitch. That guy's a son of a bitch.
Oh, that's what I heard. I heard he's a liar too.
Yeah. Cold Cabana, you coward. We're coming for you, Colt.
But didn't he retweet you guys or did something on Twitter?
He's mentioned us on Twitch. Mostly shitting on Ian.
Well,
he says I don't remember the exact quote.
It's just building up the program to when they finally face off.
I don't remember the exact quote, but it was something like he said that Ian was the worst person on Twitter behind, I think, Jim Cornette or Vince Russo. One of those. I think it might have been Jim Cornette. He said like something like he was the worst person on the entirety of Twitter outside of Jim Cornette.
So he likes Donald Trump, so we know that he's a piece of shit.
Well, I mean, he likes Donald Trump more than Ian, at least.
Yeah, you believe that?
Crazy. Is Donald Trump on Twitter anymore?
No, but he was.
Maybe he was already banned by the time Colt Cabana said that.
Maybe you're Donald Trump.
Don't look at my hands. They're normal sized.
Yeah. I forget you've seen a naked picture of Donald Trump.
I saw that dick. I saw that fucking Cheeto. It was not great. I also saw, Jeff, our pal Jeff, we brought him up last week. I saw his balls.
Jeff's balls, or?
Yeah, Jeff's balls. He tried to use a spoiler tag on Discord, but he was doing it on mobile. It didn't work.
That's awesome.
His balls. Me and TJ, and both me and TJ, like, clicked on the picture and like zoomed in to see if they were actually his balls. So both me and TJ got like a full, like, zoomed in shot of Jeff's balls.
Wait, so you had to zoom in? So
what? Well, he was wearing. I don't remember exactly. He was wearing some type of onesie. I don't remember what exactly it was, but his balls were like hanging out of the onesie. So I had to zoom in to see if they were like actually his balls or like something else. They were his balls. And I got a nice zoomed in shot of them. I don't remember what the onesie was. I don't remember if it was like a fucking. It might have been like a Bulbasaur onesie. It was something.
Are you telling me you didn't save the picture?
Well, he deleted it because he accidentally didn't do the spoiler tag right, so he deleted it before I could save it.
Well, you said you zoomed in on it, so you could have saved it.
I'm not good at saving stuff quickly on my phone. Yeah, isn't that great? So, the name of this podcast was what this is. I worked my way through that sentence.
Yeah, we're on top of the world, baby.
Yeah, it's on top of the world with Joshua Hadley, that's him, and Justin Belanger, that's me. And this has been episode 4? 4, right?
4.
Yeah, that's like a whole month already that we've been doing this.
Can you believe it?
Yeah. And we'll keep on doing it next week with special guest Ian here to talk with us about the Royal Rumble.
Talk about the Royal Rumble, World War III, the Monster Abyss, cartoons.
Definitely the Monster Abyss. That's the most important topic that's going to be discussed next week.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Moose, do you have anything to say about your Alaska stuff before we end this?
Nah, G.
Alright, nah, G. There you go. That's the quote. Alright. I'm Justin. He's Josh.
Yep. Peace.
Bye.